We kept on engaging at different level. We thought all of this would have been. But then, now things degenerated towards the build-up to the rerun elections. Things got worse. We thought that drawing the attention of everybody could help. And we kept on drawing the attention of everybody, all stakeholders, security agencies, government, and all of that. It didn't help. Rather, things degenerated more. Like I said, Nyesom became more vitriolic with his attack, became more violent in his speeches, more reckless, more irresponsible.
Sorry to cut you there. When you made mention of former President Goodluck Jonathan, that he didn't make any move to see that violence stopped in Rivers State in 2015, it's almost the same thing that we're getting to see now. Before elections, a lot of people have been killed, even though the police or preliminary reports had come to say it's as a result of cultist activities. This same government in place, which is the APC government, never acted to stop the continuous killing of people in Rivers State.
Let me correct an impression. I am not aware that at any point in time the police said it's cultural. I am aware that Governor Nyesom Wike and his party has consistently said what's going on in Rivers State is cultural. And even if it's cultural, let's assume it's cultural, as governor of Rivers State, as a man who is on oath to protect lives and property, don't you have a responsibility to protect citizens of Rivers State or those who reside in Rivers State? Is it not your responsibility?
But I thought you always say that the federal government controls the security forces.
As governor, he has responsibility. He swore an oath to protect lives and property. It's not for us to tell him how to do his work.
Do you think the federal government is helpless on this? Because they should have waded in to avert further killings in Rivers State.
I think federal government has a responsibility. Do they have complication? My answer is no. Do they understand the full dimension of the violence in Rivers? Perhaps it's been underrated.
Underrated?
I guess so. And maybe they are preoccupied with developments in the Northeast and therefore not giving adequate attention to what's going on in Rivers. These are things I cannot...
What would you have had them do? Because, I mean, if you have 6,000 policemen, from what we hear, the figures...
I love that.
Not
without the military,
not counting soldiers,
civil defense,
and all the other, military, security arms. If what we hear, 6,000 policemen drawn from different areas, formations to Rivers State to protect people before, during, and after the polls, what more attention do you think should be given to Rivers State?
Well, I'd like you also to get a better picture of what transpired in Rivers. The police ordinarily is not allowed to carry arms on election day or near the voting centers or polling booths, whatever you choose to call them. The army is not allowed to come near the polling booths. Now, these chaps in Rivers, these criminals, some call them militants and all of that, these political talks, came with superior firearms, such that when you see people openly displaying, those who are not allowed to bear arms, openly displaying AK-47, GMG guns, for God's sake, please will be helpless. And they were indeed helpless. I don't want to talk about compromise. They were indeed helpless. The kind of firepower, I've had a number of returning officers tell me that, listen, if you see the kind of firepower that I was surrounded with and asked to write some paper or result for them, you will know that even if you bring a man whose name from birth is APC.
To write papers.
Oh, write results.
Good, sorry, write results. There's what they call clause of conditionality. And if you watch that video from the governor of Rivers State, what he said was based on clause of conditionality. He said, if you're coming to Rivers to write election results, meaning to rig. So he wasn't saying that people should be attacked. So it was just more like a warning to those who were coming to rig the process.
Let's assume that he said so. Is he lawfully empowered? Is he empowered by any law to take the laws into his hands? Let's assume people rig elections. Are there no ways to redress it? To seek redress? At the time they wrote results and announced results, went to court, went to the tribunal to challenge it, and we did successfully. And so are you saying that if a man does unlawful things, you should take the laws into your hands?
Okay.
Are you formally endorsing that?
Let me bring this perspective. I mean, because so many things are not clear to a lot of people. So now that you're here, you could shed some light on it. Mile 1, Diobu Police Station, where we saw yourself, former governor, in that police station. What actually happened?
Now, I'm happy that you asked this question. On Sunday, day after the elections, mind the elections took place on Saturday. Restriction of movement. Late on Sunday, elections had ended, coalitions would have been concluded and all of that. We got a report that some lady who was a coalition officer had run into my one police station for safety, or was taken to my one police station. I don't understand how she found herself there. She found herself there. And the next thing we heard is that Governor Nyesom Wike and other leaders of PDP had rushed to my one police station and was compelling her to write a report that she was either abducted or altered the results. And our people,
inside the police
station. Our people, I got several calls and I confirmed all of that. And as a leader of the party, I was concerned first about the safety of our agents, safety of the lady, and all of that. And the fact that Wike has this known record of doing everything humanly possible to manipulate the electoral process.
Even though many can't say that, but
that's
what you think.
And so I rushed to my one police station to verify and see things for myself.
How did you get the information?
I was called by my agents, party supporters, leaders from Port Harcourt local government and the ward concerned. As I got there, I saw Governor Nyesom Wike folding his hand. I saw him. I saw a number of other persons, leaders of the PDP. And as I got to the police station, I asked for the DPO. And the DPO said, here I am. I said, this is the report I got. He said, well, what he can confirm is that the collation officer is here and that she's safe. I didn't spend 1 minute as we started the engagement. The AIG Bolanta came in. And AIG said, okay, we can all go to the DPO's office. As we got to the DPO's office, we saw the lady shivering, shaking. And I was there when they interviewed her. And she said, oh, some gunmen did this, did that. That was exactly what happened at my one police station. It was a response to an emergency call that Nyesom Wike was in my one police station trying to do this. And it's not...
But she was taken away.
Who was taken away?
The lady, not by the police.
It was taken away by the police.
The vehicle she entered wasn't...
no, it was Bolanta's vehicle she entered, the AIG's vehicle.
But they say, because some of the images we saw was that the governor didn't get into the police station, that it was yourself.
Was the
former governor
at my one police station? The answer is in the affirmative.
Yeah, but how he got there? Because, I mean, the report was that we heard some...
He got there 1 hour before we got there.
Some of his
party... I got there.
No, some of the accounts of some of his party agents, which was on tape, is that the lady in question was refusing to collate and announce the results, and they thought something was amiss. And so they tried to call her, they tried to get access to her, nobody could, and so eventually they took her to the police station. Saying,
who took her to the police station?
That's the report. Maybe we should play that so that you see that.
Who took her to the police station?
Yeah, but the thing about that is that they saw, because the images circulating is that while she was at the police station, yourself, I think the APC chairman, they also got in there with the former governor.
The former governor came much later. Now, I don't know how he got it for, but several calls. I was with the state chairman of the APC. We were reviewing the situation. We were doing that review, and suddenly we got a call about this development Sunday afternoon. And at the time, they called us and they said to me, Governor Nyesom Wike has been here for the past 30 minutes. And the calls were coming for a rally. And I said, my God, this can't be normal. If I'm governor, I will not degenerate to that level. And you needed somebody of equal or higher status to engage at that level. And that's how we got to I and party chairman
Okay.
got to my
Maybe we should
workplace.
let you listen to what some of those who were on the ground said, since you say you'd like to hear it. Let's play it now.
Tell you exactly what is going on inside that building because cameras are not allowed in. As you can see, commotion is going on right now. The allegations of the warring parties is that there is an attempt to rewrite the results of Falga Constituency 1 and Constituency 2. The political party leaders of the PDP and the APC have been cited here. The governor of Rivers State has also been cited. The former governor of Rivers State, Rotimi Amechi, has also been cited. We had a word with some of the warring parties, and this was what they had to say.
Immediately she came down here, military pumped in. About 5 vans of the Nigerian army came in with intimidating looks, all of them cocking their guns. And before we knew it, other agents of APC were coming one after the other, their leaders. The intimidation was too much. They were even shouting at us that I want to do election. They chased us away, chased us away of here, that they will use the army to chase us away. So immediately as everything was happening, we saw the intimidation. And we know we have a governor that listens. We know we have a governor who is the chief security officer. We had to put a call to the governor of Rivers State, and he came.
Please, let me ask one question. What has this federal constituency 2 election got to do with the governor for you to be at the police station? Yes, we are talking of we are not referring to one collation officer, one person covering what 10. Why should governor come to this place? What level of intimidation? What height of intimidation? What height of embarrassment to politics? No, okay. Now, excuse me. No. Hold on. Now, let me say that. Let me accept the fact that they are